Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gnostic Takeover. Just had to flick that camera here. The Gnostic Takeover here with an important message, an update for humanity on the proceedings and going-ons of world events right now. I'm speaking to you here once again from the heart of Europe, geographically located in the center of Europe, and this is a heart message. I'm speaking to you here right now as the Commander-in-Chief of a widespread and massive operation that has been happening for many years, many decades, that is about taking back the Earth. You know, the Earth that you just saw here, the beauty of nature, which the psychopathic criminal class wanted to destroy with their AI system. That Earth, the Earth, has been under attack for many years. I mean, go figure what that is, huh? What is that? You'll know what it is. Oh, is that the flight to Madrid, is it? And the other one to Cambodia? You don't need to look far to see that. The Earth ecosystem, nature, the natural order, the natural world has been under attack for many years, many decades, and we as mankind have been a constant, continuous state of war here on Earth, and that needed to be changed. However, the enemies of life, which have instigated this war, what the enemies of life, the ones who were in charge of the old system, the old paradigm, which has just ended now, emphasis on already ended, okay, that's where I place my emphasis. The control system has ended already. It's just that it's a controlled demolition of your control system. I'm speaking to the Archon Vampire Empire directly. They've set up a very well disguised and powerfully functioning control system of mind control, what I call the Matrix control system, so that not a single human being has transcended their control system to this point. One of the principles that I've gone by the last years has always been, do not ever underestimate the enemy. They've set up a completely fake alternative media arena, because if there's anything that the Archon Vampire Empire knows about, then it is that there is an awakening taking place here on Earth. If there's anything that they know about, it's that a shift of energy, a shift of dynamics here on Earth is taking place, which is often termed as the awakening. And they wish to control that awakening. also want to say that even though you should not underestimate the enemies of life, you should also not overestimate them. Always keep in balance, and we're just about to witness the sunrise. So whatever artificial fake crap you're putting in the skies, the sun will always rise. How absolutely beautiful that is. So yeah, do not underestimate them, and also do not overestimate them. And I'm speaking to you here right now. This is the latest update. The last video, everything that I said has become true. Today is very early morning rise for me. I need to share this message with humanity. We're going fully public with this, in saying what I've said before on the videos here, is that we're fully transcending this control system. And we're taking down the whole control system and taking over. This is why you're tuning in to the Gnostic Takeover. It's a very important message that we're sharing here, that I'm sharing with you here in this video. There will be more videos on this to go into more details of exactly what has happened. But just go to the last video, it's just 13 minutes. And I've basically everything that I said there has come true. And I was still insecure at the time, obviously, because it was just a few hours that passed after I experienced what I experienced. I was still a little bit doubtful and insecure. This is the result of the mind control classical conditioning that we've all been through here on Earth. This is what traps us in the frequency bubble of this artificial matrix control system that they wanted to completely create a virtual reality simulation with AI, artificial intelligence, everything that was portrayed in the Matrix movie. And that digital control system has now been cracked. This is where we're going public, and my claim is that what has just happened, what we have done here, by cracking the digital based matrix control system, is the first breakthrough of mankind in totally taking down the control system of the enemies of life. This is the first time this has happened in this timeline, okay? This is what's going on here on Earth, while others are blowing smoke up your ass and talking about how we need to come together, and the solution is cryptocurrencies and setting up alternative movements and parallel societies, and they're quite convenient. Many within the what I term the alternative media industry, or the industry. It's a massive department of the Archon Vampire Empire. They're fully okay with the psychopaths and the Satanists staying in charge. Of course, because that's their overlords. It's the involutionary system that they serve. Like David Icke, for example, many of the people that I've already named here often, George Cavasilis, and Alex Jones, right? I mean, we know about him, obviously, being control opposition. Who else is control opposition? Alphabetic, you've got Russell Brand, obviously. All of them. The way they trap you is with an alternative voice. Yeah, anything that's not the mainstream media. Please, because that's obviously mind control, but they need to have everyone trapped. There's a net for everyone. Okay, that's why it's the internet. Yeah, they need a net for everyone to be trapped, because the truth is so powerful. And when an individual lives in the truth and acts according to the truth and attunes his or her behavior to the truth, all the power lies within the individual, and that individual will change the world. Everything starts with one, not with the collective. This is the mind control program of the Archon Vampire Empire. Oh, we're only strong together. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Every tree grows from one seed. The power only lies within the individual, and then, and only then, can a collective effect happen. But first, we need to find out the truth, and that's a deep process which we here at the Gnostic Takeover have been engaged in for the best part of 1.5 years, 2 years. Goes even longer than that. I've been on this ride now for 14 years. Since 2012 I've been studying occultism deeply, and now finally the breakthrough is here. I'm an example, a proof, if you want to call it that the power only lies within the individual, and it's the individual and his or her will of empowerment that lights up the world, just like the sun does. No matter how much shit they throw at us, the sun, the light, always stays the light. Yeah, truth, the light can never be extinguished. And because the truth is all powerful, because everything comes from the truth, everything comes from the source. There is only one source of all creation. It transforms everything. It's all powerful, and you take over the whole world, the whole earth. You take command of the whole earth with the truth. And the truth is very challenging to find out because of the many layers. Just going to do a little bit of sun gazing. Because of the many layers of the lies that are not portrayed and represented directly as lies, but the difficult lies are the ones that have a truthful flavor to it. That's why within many of the people within the alternative media industry department of the Archon Vampire Empire, they say many things that are true in order to deceive you and distract you from the truth, the ultimate, where the power lies. This is how it's always been. You cannot run a control system when the truth gets to people, and this is the reason why the Gnostic Takeover here, this channel, is the size that it is. It has stayed this size for many months now. Actually, during the whole last 1.5 years, it's actually gone backward. I've got 100 listeners less than I had 1.5 years ago. Okay, so come and share this message. It's an important message. Alright, I'm about to tell you what's going on here. Just doing this as an introduction. And the Gnostic Takeover has had to go mighty deep, because you don't just get the truth just like this, just easy. Okay, I'm reading a book and I read many books and then I find out the truth. It's not how it works. You do not find out the truth by reading a whole library of books. Doesn't mean that books are bad or you shouldn't read books. No, I love books. I'm actually looking forward to reading a book once again. I've not done this for quite some time. I read many books before. I was guided to do the medicine work as I came to realize that I am a medicine man. And only through doing the great work, the shadow work, the work of emotions, and going into the world of emotions, do we enter a new dimension. And because emotion is energy in motion, and when you know that everything works in terms of energy, frequency and vibration, the way you can change your frequency, the way you can transcend one dimension to the other, or transcend the whole control system, the whole matrix, transcending the whole matrix control system into the new paradigm reality that we're initiating here at the Gnostic Takeover. You need to be doing proper shadow work, and there is a lot of distraction and when it comes to shadow work. Okay, this is a whole nother topic. However, we here at the Gnostic Takeover, we were able to do our shadow work with the plant medicine ayahuasca and datura, the most powerful plant medicine that humanity has ever come into contact with. I would say it's the most powerful plant medicine here on Earth. And with this plant medicine that wanted to reconnect with me and with Liz specifically, it wanted to create something together. The intelligence of the plant medicine ayahuasca and datura is basically, from my level of understanding now, I always say this because you see, understanding and knowledge can always grow, and you get a better understanding with every day. So that's why I say, with my knowledge at this moment, this medicine is the intelligence of the earth. It is the earth. So therefore we are in cooperative, synergetic relationship with the earth, to take back the earth, to take down the criminal system and the criminal class that have been hiding from responsibility and liability within this criminal system. And with that medicine, we can do many things. And because of the intention that I had to take back the earth, I attracted the medicine into my life, because that's the way you can do it. You can't do it any other way. Not in my path that I've gone. There's many people that say, oh, you don't need medicine, you just have to meditate. Oh, and you don't need any substances. And there's a demonization also of natural substances, especially of the plant medicine. Even people that have taken it, okay, like Bernard Günther, who talks about the matrix control system, total fake agent. He himself did many ceremonies with ayahuasca, and now he's telling people that they shouldn't take ayahuasca from what I've heard. I don't have the time to always stay updated with all these things, but you see, the power lies within the medicine, because the medicine, if you were able to meet the truth somewhere here on earth, what you would see in front of you would be the plant medicine. I just love to enjoy the sun and gaze into it once in a while. Yeah, so let's get to the truth. We're going public here that the earth has hacked the internet. It's happened. We've got all the evidence actually for this also on my laptop computer, and no one can ever change this. It shows that the natural world is above the artificial world. If anyone needed proof, our case proves that. Alright? So, what is quite a stretch for people to understand is that what has just happened, what I explained in the last video, when you make the logical conclusions, and with me, I'm very strong on making conclusions because I'm very good with reasoning. I'm very good with seeing the big picture of the information that I have access to. Oh, what a beautiful light. To draw the logical conclusion of it and the wider perspective of it. So what has just happened is the Gnostic Takeover, and the takeover that I have been saying for many months now that is happening here with the Gnostic Takeover. The takeover that we're initiating, taking over the whole system and ending the criminal system as we knew it, and fully taking charge of the earth, kicking out all the politicians, all the puppets of these satanic puppet masters and the Satanists themselves. They are removed from power as I'm speaking now, with one step at a time that we have to walk this path. No one and nothing can interfere with this process or stop this process, because this is being guided by the highest level of intelligence that exists here on earth. It's been guided by the source of all creation that the satanic puppet masters, the dark occultists that have been running this criminal system from the background, cannot escape from. And it has just happened now. And this is what I often say, this is what they feared would happen, and it is exactly what has happened. This is what they framed as a virus. It's this awareness that's speaking to you right now. They've lost total control, and what has just happened, as I said in the last video, is that we here at the Gnostic Takeover have hacked through the alliance with the plant medicine ayahuasca and datura, meaning in alliance with the earth. We have hacked the digital matrix control system, we've hacked the internet, and we've hacked the money system. So it is now the fourth day. When I last spoke to you was the first day. Today is the fourth day where we have access to money out of nothing. This is what this criminal class has also had for a long time now. They've got access to all the money that they want, which is the reason why they can spend infinite amounts of money on war, on an earth that doesn't want any wars anymore. And it has activated me, the earth has activated me and Liz to end all wars. We do the pioneer work, that's what we're here to do. And others will follow, will join us in doing the great work together. Everyone who receives the calling, everyone who watches these videos and thinks, wow, that's in resonance with me, well, you're part of the team, I would say. You'll know it yourself. Go and drop a comment if you're part of the team here. Alright? There's no comments here. It's so funny. I break the story 3 days ago or so that we're taking over the banking system, and what has just happened, and there's just no comments. Oh, not interested or what? It's funny, you know, I find it interesting. No comments when the Gnostic Takeover makes a breaking story that we've just broken through and taking over the banking system with what has happened. It's the 4th day where it's happening on PayPal. Okay, everyone is allowed to know. We're going fully transparent, sharing this information. We're not in fear of anyone. We're explaining to the Archon Vampire Empire how their demise and the end of their empire is happening, basically. So what has happened is that on my PayPal account I transferred the money from our Patreon supporters. Alright, if you want to be part of the New Earth, you can become a patron. Alright, become a patron of the Gnostic Takeover, and we can accelerate this process of what's happening. You'll benefit in a major way. If you become a patron with $5 or €5 or £5 a month, you're part of the team, and you'll also have access to the money that will generate. Okay, money's not bad, they just don't want you have access to money, because then you can create projects, and you need, in this time of transition, I would say, you need what has poisoned the earth. You can transform that poison with the right attitude and with morality to the medicine that we need. And one day we won't need any money anymore, because we all realize that we're infinite potential. Alright, and then we don't need this unit of exchange anymore. No middleman between me and you, because we know the nature of reality. Okay? But in times of transition, as we're all learning about who we are, okay, it's good that the banking system is in the hands of the Gnostic Takeover. It's definitely in good hands with me, because we finance projects. Alright? So go right ahead, become a Patreon supporter. Underneath in the description you find the link. You can also send us a donation. Alright, this will also help the cause. Although we have access to more money than I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Now this will accelerate this process. So coming back again, I transfer the Patreon, like that was on the 3rd of October. I transfer the money of Patreon onto my PayPal account, and I see it's €56.98, something like that, on my PayPal account. So I send the €56.98 from my one PayPal account to the other PayPal account, and I've been doing this now the last 4 days, and it never goes to the balance of zero. Even if I transfer the whole money, it never goes to zero. It stays the same. However, the sum of the money changes with each day. So on one day we had €56.98. On the second day we had €57.52. On the third day we had €57.31, and today on the fourth day we had €57.20. So I would say what the medicine is doing here is, this is my conclusion and my interpretation of these events, okay? Doing the best I can to find out the truth of what's going on here. The medicine changes the code every single day by changing the amount of money. And what then happens is that for the last few days we were able to transfer about 24 to 25 times the amount of around about 57 euros onto our bank account. So it's a Trinity system that is a closed system, which goes from one PayPal account of mine to another PayPal account of mine, and then to Liz's bank account. And that's how the Trinity starts again, from one PayPal account to the other, to the bank account. And that's a closed system of a Trinity, which I say PayPal and the entire Archon Vampire Empire that have been running, okay, emphasis on they have been running, it's ending now, the banking system and the whole matrix control system, all of them, PayPal and all the other bankers and wankers and criminals that they are, the CIA, the criminals in actions that they are, they have no access to my PayPal account because it is rooted in another dimension. It's rooted in another radio station, if you want to say so. And the radio station of the criminals, which is the shadow world, the matrix control system of the shadow world, the underworld, does not have access to the world of the light, to the new paradigm reality that we are initiating here at the Gnostic Takeover as the pioneers. So basically the shadow, PayPal and Elon Musk, who's apparently in charge of PayPal, bullshit, is just a front, PayPal, Elon Musk and all the other bankers, wankers, the whole Archon Vampire Empire, they do not have access to this closed system that we've got, and it's all being run and directed by the plant medicine. So the last 4 days, every single day, we were able to transfer around 1,400 euros onto our bank account, and we're experiencing abundance for the first time. Me and Liz were able to go shopping without any doubts in our mind. It's actually really challenging, this whole process. I'll go into this in other videos. It's actually really challenging to accept abundance if you've never experienced it before, as is the case with me and Liz. Feelings of guilt and worry come up, insecurities, but that's all for the process of transformation, so that we transform these feelings of guilt, because there is nothing to feel guilty about. We've deserved this. If you followed these videos for many months or even maybe 1 or 2 years, you know that we have had to sweat blood to get to this point. Many things that have happened, how they tried to stop us. I've had agents placed in my life, anyway, that I was aware of. Since 2018 they wanted to stop me. Many agents that have come in and trying to distract me from my path, because they know who you are, they know what you're going to do. So yeah, this is what we're experiencing right now, and what we're doing right now is we're paying back all the so-called debt that we had with other people. So there was we had an incident with a guy who lent us his transporter in order to move from our old home, move the stuff to our storage, and we owed him like 600 euros, so we gave him 700 euros back because he had to wait for all that time because we never had any money to pay him back. And also other things. We're in the process of getting rid of Liz's old car, so we're getting rid of all our old stuff from our old life in order to be able to start our new life. This is a completely new start, what we're doing here. And the Archon Vampire Empire, the whole matrix control system, even if it may may sound like, oh, what's the big deal? It's only 1,400 euros a day. Okay, I mean, this is what many people here in Austria actually call their monthly wage. It's only that. How can you say you've taken over the whole banking system? Well, again, you need to be able to conclude and have this level of reasoning of what this means. My PayPal account never goes to zero. Never. And it represents the working dynamics of nature. So I'm explaining this to the Archon Vampire Empire. If they don't know how it works, I'm going to explain it to you how it works. So in their matrix control system, if you have like 57 euros 20 as I've got now today on the account, the way this system has been working, the way we know it, is that, okay, I transfer 57 euros 20 onto my bank account, and then you have on the one account that has transferred it, you have zero. And it's all gone back to zero, and that's the way things are. However, what I found out is that this sum that we've got right now, which is only going to grow from now, if people support this, if people can see what's going on here and actually realize that we're not going to just waste this money on ourselves and be like the next Jay-Z in a multi-mansion and look at me how cool I am. No, we've sweated blood for this. They actually wanted to throw us in a cage, lock us up in prison. The police raided our house. They stormed our house, stole the child of Liz, Leonie, which we're getting back now also. They wanted to put us in a mental institution. We've gone this entire path because the whole matrix control system, the system and all its agents have been trembling because of the work that we're doing here. And they're trembling as I'm speaking right now. Because we're breaking through. We have broken through the entire control system, and they have no control over what's happening now and what's going to happen in the future. They have no control over it. Which is perfect, because they're psychopaths and we're not. We are heart-based, intelligent beings who are all about learning and growing and teaching and learning and growing and keep repeating. Get up in the morning, realize it's a new day, the sun is being born anew, and we can learn new things again. This is what life should be about. And the war is ended right now as I'm speaking, because we can see through their entire system. And that's why it's manifesting. That's why the reality of our intentions that I've been talking about here is manifesting now. And we didn't know how it was going to manifest, but it is now manifesting. It's incredible. So, coming back to the 57 euros, let's just keep it at 57 euros. It would normally go to zero, but with us, it always stays the same. How is that? Well, we have to go back to natural law and its principles, and the main principle of natural law, I would say, is the principle of cause and effect. So every cause creates an effect, and every effect has its cause. So those 57 euros come from the source directly. The whole matrix control system has basically been based on the plane of effects. The matrix control system is actually a copy of natural law. It's a copy reality. It's an artificial reality. It's a virtual reality. Digital based. That's what it is. But it doesn't have a source of its own. That's why it has to harvest energy of other beings in order for it to function and to stay permanent. And so it only operates on the level of effects. And from where these 57 euros come is not from the matrix control system, and it's also not treated as an object, okay, as a figure that you can describe as an object. It's not being treated like 57 euros in the matrix control system, because if you were to deduct the 57 euros, it would go to zero again. But this always stays the same, because it is not, the 57 euros is not on the plane of effect, but the 57 euros is coming from the source directly. It's on the plane of causes. It's on the causal level where this money is coming from. And I'll paint you a picture. Let me give you an example, if you're still with me here. It's like the 57 euros that we have on our bank account right now, 57 euros 20, is the seed. It's the level of the seed of growth, okay, the causal level. And it's the seed that we've been growing ever since we did the medicine ceremonies. Like, you can go back nearly 2 years now. In November 2021, me and Liz were involved in ceremonies in St. Corona with ayahuasca and datura. And that seed on the causal level has now grown over the last 2 years, and we've not seen properly yet until a few days ago on what stage of the growth we are in. So that seed has now, metaphorically speaking, so we understand the concept that what I'm trying to explain, how the takeover of the banking system that I'm claiming here at the Gnostic Takeover, that has happened and continues to happen and will only grow from now on. It has grown as a tree. That seed on the causal level that was seeded 2 years ago has grown into a tree that carries fruits. Okay, are you with me? A tree, the seed growing into a tree carrying fruits, like for example an apple tree. This is the basis of the tree of life. That's why the tree of life is so important, because you can explain this concept of cause and effect. That's why it was used by the ancients. We are rediscovering ancient knowledge here at the Gnostic Takeover. So when I transfer 57 euros 20 onto my other PayPal account, it doesn't go back to zero, because when you take an apple, okay, the fruit of the tree, okay, the fruits of the tree represent the level of effect, cause and effect. The apples, the fruits of the tree, are the effect of a cause, and the cause is the planting of the seed. So the planting of the seed is on the level of causality, whereas the apples, the fruits of the tree, are on the level of effects. So when I pick an apple, I'm not actually taking from the level of effects. And that's why it always stays the same. And the medicine just changes the code from one day to the next. And it always stays dynamic and cannot be stopped. And I claim that no one except us has access to this account. And the trinity of accounts: PayPal, bank account. PayPal, bank account. PayPal are 2 PayPal accounts from me, and then Liz, and they interlink, and it's a closed system, and it represents the new paradigm reality, and it's in a different reality than the matrix control system. That's why every single party of the matrix control system, no matter how overpowerful they may seem, Elon Musk with all his spaceships and all this bullshit, and all the other wankers, basically, Klaus Schwab, and I mean all these idiots, okay? They've got no access to it. Because the matrix control system is, now I can explain it better, okay? And it's not the apple, I just use the apple as an example, okay? The apple being on the level of effect, and the seed being on the level of the cause, on the causal level. The matrix control system is only on the level of the apples. So it doesn't have the causal level is on another dimension. It's a higher plane. It's where the apple comes from. But all these agents of the matrix control system have forgotten of where they also come from. Like all of us, we come from the same source. But because they are immoral, all these agents and organizations and agents that work for these organizations of the matrix control system, okay, the World Health Organization, the United Nations, the Bilderberg Group, the satanic cults, the Freemasons, they all, and the criminals in actions, the CIA, they are all locked because of their level of consciousness. They are imprisoned in the matrix control system, and they're imprisoned on the plane of effects and cannot access the causal level that we have. Because what also ties into that, and I'm speaking to the Archon Vampire Empire directly, this shows that we are on a higher plane of existence than you are, and that our cause here at the Gnostic Takeover is higher than any other cause that you've set. And this is why the higher cause that we've set here at the Gnostic Takeover is going to take over and entrain all your lower causes. Okay, entrainment is basically the takeover. Okay, it's a little bit technical sometimes here, but this is all based on natural law principles and how everything works. So yeah, this is the main update, and this is just the beginning. This has just started. Today is the 4th day of this. I'm incredibly excited. Every day I wake up, I don't know what's coming, and for the time being the access to money for us is limited to, round about 1,400 euros a day. And what this is the plant medicine is directing this process. Okay, in other terminology, the intelligence of the earth is directing this process. And I didn't know how it was going to manifest, but if our commands would have been fulfilled straight away, and we would have been given 963 million euros, I now know that all these feelings of guilt that were trapped within my being, okay, through all this conditioning, and I've gone through a lifetime of living in scarcity, okay. That's why I'm a very humble being, because I've always had to work with very little money. And as I said in another video, when I had 1,000 euros, I was like, I had a feeling like I could take over the world. Wow, what? 1,000 euros, amazing. I always had to live with little money. That's why when you've been living your whole life in a scarcity based model, and I grew up also in a family where money was always an issue, okay, then how is it possible that you can just like that switch into a mode of abundance? It's not possible. Therefore, we are given a step-by-step guide by the plant medicine to get accustomed to abundance. And it's a beautiful process. So in between all the fears come up, all the doubts come up, all the worries, all the insecurities. They come to the surface from the unconscious to the conscious, and all we have to do is just feel them and experience them, express them. And it's been this process the whole time with the medicine. And you see, this is what opens up and creates the new reality paradigm. And people can only access and be a part of the new paradigm here on Earth, this new reality that's coming through the Gnostic Takeover. You can only access this reality if, and that's the condition, no one can change this, I can't change this, I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. If it hurts you for the time being, don't hate the game, don't hate the player. But it is what it is. Everyone has to do their shadow work. We have to face our fears, okay? We have to get rid of all this new age crap, bullshit. Imagine the light and breathe in the light. No, you have to. The medicine work is that what you need the most is where you least want to look. You have to face the darkness, and it is a spiritual principle. It's the basis of all spirituality, is that the light is encoded and locked within the darkness. So you venture into the darkness as the warrior that you are, or the warrioress. For all the ladies listening in on here, you go into that darkness, okay? This, what's often described as the dark night of the soul, and you shine your light in there. Keep going in there, keep going, and you can fulfill every intention that you want. And we're living proof of that. We at the Gnostic Takeover, we were happy to go shopping with a €50 note. We hardly got any donations during that time, but with the little and few donations that we received from the great people that have supported us, that has kept us going. And I mean, going shopping with €50 was like huge luxury. Then the last month or so, we've been able to go shopping with €100, and that was like, wow, we can do this now, and amazing. And now every day we are receiving €1,400, which most people in this country, that is their wage packet for a whole month, or shall we say 24 days, it doesn't matter. We get it each day now because we've worked our arse off. We've been under the most intense pressure that you can imagine, being energetically attacked by this satanic cult, okay? And that's not a nice energy when you're dealing with beings that sacrifice children in the dungeons and all the rest of this black magic, witchcraft, and like psychopathic behavior. Can you imagine how these energy attacks look like? Yeah, we've had to go through all of this for the last 1.5 years. Our whole environment has been putting us under pressure. Unknowingly, they were used as proxies by this dark occult network because of their own shadows, and then the shadow projection starts, and people project their own insecurities onto other people. And all I had to keep saying to them, to my family also, trust the process. I can't take this away from you also. We need to trust. I'm also insecure, but I know I have to walk the path. I'm your son, I'm your brother. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. But no one has any authority to interfere with my process. You can give me your idea or what you think about this, but the decision of what I'm going to do, and that I stay with my choice, that I'm going to walk the path to the end no matter what. If they lock me in a cage or whatever, I don't give a damn, because I know there is a source of all life, and that all life works on the basis of morality. And when I am a moral being, nothing can happen to me. When I speak the truth, nothing can happen to me. I'm the living proof of that. This is why we teach this to people, because it's so important. The truth is simple. It's just living according to the truth is what's challenging, because it takes a lot of responsibility and courage to face your fears. I'm the living example that nothing happens. We've sent notices of liability to agents of the system, to the judge, to President of Austria, to our to bailiffs, to our landlord from our last apartment. We held them all liable, and we're the living proof that it all works. Private liability is the answer against the Archon Vampire Empire agents. So we've had all this stress, all the pressure, because we've been living in a tiny little room within the house of my parents. Okay, it's not a nice situation to be in. I don't want to be in a situation like this. And they were all in fear that this will just continue like this, and that our path is going nowhere, because how do you want to explain to people that you're manifesting a new reality? How can you explain to people that you're taking back the earth? I mean, I said it anyway. How do you want to explain it to people? They're like, because everyone sees you through their own eyes. When they perceive reality in a limited spectrum, then they also believe that you are in that limited spectrum that they come from. No, I'm outside of that. I'm traveling in worlds that you've never even contemplated. That's where I am in my process. It's just where I am, and everyone's on their journey. And there's no better, there's none of that bullshit competition. That is all part of the reptilian brain of the Archon Vampire Empire matrix control system. And the shadow self and its stupid games that I've talked about a lot in these videos. And what is coming to fruition is just that we create our own reality. That the reality that we experience comes and is manifested from our intention. The Gnostic Takeover has had an intention to take back the earth, and that intention is now manifesting. That's all it is. And you never turn back. You don't stop the journey, even if it becomes uncomfortable. You hold them all liable. You tell them, I'm the force to be reckoned with. Don't stop me. It's my soul path. My life's path that no one can interfere with and mess with. Because no one has the authority except me. The only authority here on earth. We are all experiencing our own reality. Why is everyone in their own reality? Why is there no collective reality? Why is that an illusion? Everyone lives in their own reality because everyone has their own psyche. And the reality that you experience is a mirror reflection of your psyche. The psyche that is inside, and as within, so without. The projection of the projector, being the psyche, projects onto the movie screen that is 360 degrees all around you. Your reality. That's why it works. Just keep going. Like the Gnostic Takeover. Do you think I have not sometimes been on the brink of breakdown? I broke down many times emotionally, but breakdowns are breakthrough. They're meant to happen. That's why this matrix control system doesn't want breakdowns, because people break through. And when people break down, they want to take you on an involutionary path the path of involution, and put people into a nut house, into a mental institution. Whereas what they would need is someone with intelligence that guides them onto an evolutionary path, and then every breakdown would become a breakthrough in awareness. That's not what the Empire wanted. They don't want intelligent people, but there's someone of intelligence speaking here right now. Archon Vampire Empire, you've lost total control. You cannot control this process. I know it. Boris Johnson said it in 2019 at his speech at the UN General Assembly. And we have lost control. and we do not know when the precipitation takes place. Well, it is taking place right now. That was in September 2019 that they've lost control, and you know what happened next. At the beginning of 2020 and the beginning of the crisis. What they framed as a virus, Corona, is this awareness speaking. Because suddenly you can create money out of nothing, because the money that I'm accessing is the money that I create within. That's where the money's coming from. It's from a new reality station that I'm decoding. It's a new signal that I'm decoding. And the resolution of the signal is getting better and better, stronger and stronger. Whereas the resolution of the old signal of the matrix control system paradigm is getting weaker and weaker. This is how it works. It's the end of the control system, because there's only one. With us it's two, and it needed to, because without Liz I would have never been able to do the great work. She would have also not been able, because it's that difficult a process. It makes it go so freaking deep. And that's how we've made it. That's why this whole control system is set up that no one breaks out of this control system. And they tell everyone that, oh, we're only strong together. This whole collectivism. No, the power lies within the individual. When one, say two, break out of this matrix control system, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 8, then 13, the Fibonacci sequence, and we're done. So this is the update here. I'm wrapping this up here because the camera battery can be over in any minute now. Yeah, we've done it, and we know we've done it, and this is just the start. It's taken us so much work, up to nearly 2 years since St. Corona. We've gone through hell. It's been so difficult, so challenging. But do I love a challenge? And do I really enjoy this? And this is what it's about. Challenging. This medicine is nothing but challenging. So people don't expect that, oh, this medicine, and you're so lucky to have this medicine. You know what process we had to go through? You know how much blood we had to sweat? Whew. So, what can people do? Well, you can become a Patreon supporter. You can make a free donation and show us that you're part of the team, alright? Write a comment underneath if that's what you want to do. I don't care anymore. Anyone who gets the calling will just do it. Sign up to Patreon. $5 a day. Sorry, that's too much. $5 a month. Whatever. You're energetically then connected to the Gnostic Takeover. We're in Austria here right now. We're going to be traveling the world. We'll come to a place near you. We're going to teach all of this stuff, because we have the responsibility to share this knowledge with everyone. Get to know each other. Grow together. There's many of us here, and I want to get to know you. So, yeah, write a comment. Get in touch. Send this video. Share it, you know. This is the most impressive. This is the most important message ever that I've ever done. I'm experiencing this right now. Everything is transforming. I said this was going to happen, and now it's here. And just so happens that a few videos back, when you go back, I was asking the question, what happens when the Gnostic Takeover is proven right? Question mark. Well, we have been proven right. We are being proven right. I'm going to make a video also where I'm going to show all the evidence of this. I've got no fear. I'm open to interviews. So if you know anyone that you recommend, I can do an interview with. Write it underneath in the description. I'll write to them, and I'm going fully public with this. Why? Because they've lost control. You can't stop this. Prove me otherwise. All right. So I'd say we're at the end here. See you next time. Take very, very good care. Much love from the center of Europe, the heart of Europe here in Austria. We're on the top here. And we've done it. And we'll continue to do it. Till next time, take very, very good care. And bye-bye.